Now, that was a crazy game, wasn't it? Pittsburgh Steelers won in overtime 23-20 on a last second long distance field goal by Boss. Came in clutch. I'm Daniel J. This is State of the Steelers. Welcome to the Huddle, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I announced yesterday after the game that we're going to give away 2 tickets to a lucky subscriber to go see your Pittsburgh Steelers play live on Christmas Eve as they take on the Las Vegas Raiders. You don't want to miss it. They're going to be retiring Franco Harris's number at halftime. All you have to do to be entered into the contest to be to get these 2 free tickets is be a subscriber. These tickets are in the lower level end zone, and good luck for all you guys there. We'll be announcing the winner at the post-game show of the Eagles versus Steelers game on October 30th. So please hit that like and subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you're aware of not just that, but also all of our daily content and our weekly lives and breaking news. We'll be breaking some news here in a little bit when we find out what's the full details of the TJ Watt injury. But with that being said, guys, I'm Daniel J. This is State of the Steelers, and welcome to the Huddle. So today we're talking unsung heroes. I'm looking at some players on the defense, that maybe aren't getting the publicity that they should, but had a huge role and impact on the game. First player that we're going to start off with is a player that I think that everybody's been riding this entire offseason up to this point in preseason, and that is Devin Bush. I think Devin Bush played fantastic. I think he was strong. I think he moved sideline to sideline very quickly. He didn't get beat. The Pittsburgh Steelers held Joe Mixon to like 83 yards on 27 carries. I thought that the Pittsburgh Steelers defense did amazingly well. Alongside with Devin Bush was the combination of Miles Jack and sometimes Robert Spillane. But, all eyes were on Devin Bush just because of the poor play that had been coming out, last year and up to this point in the preseason. So it was good to see him turn the corner. It was good to see a Devin Bush who was reacting fastly, moving quickly, and seeing that sideline to sideline speed and burst was refreshing. My second player that I want to talk about is Cam Sutton. Cam Sutton is a guy that, man, he balled out. There was a lot of talks about whether he should be the outside starting cornerback. If the Steelers should play Ahkello Witherspoon and Levi Wallace on the outside, and maybe just have Cam Sutton just hanging in the inside and in the slot. However, yesterday he showed up. Cam Sutton had an interception that counted. He had another one earlier in the game that was called back due to a penalty on the opposite side. However, even that play was a beautiful. He should have had 2 interceptions. It is what it is. He had one, and he had a couple of pass breakups or defensive pass defended. So I thought that Cam Sutton played admirable, especially being in the outside. I thought that his play was you couldn't complain. And then the last person that I want to talk about today is going to be a guy that I've been not so much calling out, but really calling for this entire offseason, and that's Alex Highsmith. Last season he had 6 sacks. This year, I believe he had in this first game, he already matched half of his total from last year with 3. He had the strip sack that fell into Cam Hayward's hands. I felt that he had a lot of quarterback pressures. I believe he had 4 QB hits. He was just like a madman out there for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's going to need to continue to do so. News hasn't broke yet on TJ Watt regarding the severity of his injury, but it's expected that it is a torn pec. Now, the degree of that severity is up in the air, and MRI will determine that, which should be happening any moment. And I'd ask you guys to subscribe and ring that notification bell, because once that information comes out, I will be, posting it up there as a breaking news article or breaking news video. I apologize. And so Alex Highsmith is going to be a guy that's going to have to step up. He's now the starting headline attention to all eyes on from the opposing team outside linebacker. Now, teams are going to start to scheme against Alex Highsmith now that perhaps they don't have to worry so much about TJ Watt coming off the other end. Malik Reed's going to be filling in pretty good. However, Malik Reed isn't TJ Watt. I think he's a solid player. I think he's just maybe in par, or maybe a step below Alex Highsmith. And so I think the combination of the two are definitely going to have to pick up the weight, so to speak. But I wouldn't be surprised, and I am fully expecting the Pittsburgh Steelers to pick up another outside linebacker here pretty soon to fill in, because Jameer Jones is the remaining outside linebacker for the Steelers that's going to see any significant defensive snaps, and that's concerning. That is very concerning. And so, we've been saying it all off season. The outside linebacker position needed some depth, and that if TJ Watt went down, it would be a nightmare situation. And unfortunately, in week one, all arrows are pointing towards that. Well, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Please let me know in the comment section who are some of your unsung heroes. Who are some of the guys that you felt had a great impact, that aren't the big names, that aren't getting publicized out there? Of course, like I mentioned before, Minkah Fitzpatrick had a block. He was my player of the game. He had a pick six. He's just, in my opinion, now that TJ Watt may be gone for part or most of the year, then if there's another player on this team that could potentially, go up for Defensive Player of the Year, it'd be Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he made a strong statement game in week one. Up next is the New England Patriots at home, a team that struggled offensively and has quarterback issues as Mac Jones is dealing with a back injury. So we'll see how this game goes. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be doing some film analysis and breaking down some more tape and content. You don't want to miss it. Also, this is your chance to get into the contest. 2 tickets to go see the Pittsburgh Steelers on Christmas Eve. It could be a Christmas present for you or one of your family members. All you have to do to be entered into that contest is be a subscriber. With that being said, guys, I'm Daniel J. This is State of the Steelers, and peace.